Double O.
Champion.
Ethereum is having a merge, right? And this could potentially mean lower cost, higher speeds, and usually, higher security as well after the Ethereum merge. But listen, even Vitalik Buterin said, that this is going to be the situation. But we have this article here from Cointelegraph saying, listen, man, do not count on it. Let's jump into this thing and see what it's saying. STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Brazen. Yes, sir.
Double in the house.
Hey, man, listen. Ethereum's merge is coming. The clock is ticking. Okay, September. Is it September 9th or 19th? 15th, somewhere there. 15, they'll probably push it back a couple days. So let's just predict it for them. I would say about September 30th. There we go. So, lower cost, higher speeds after Ethereum's merge. Don't count on it. There's a lot of hype surrounding Ethereum's merge, but the reality, most users aren't going to. The reality is most users aren't going to notice much. Why would you not notice much, man? As we approach the date of Ethereum's merge, okay, users have speculated about what it will mean for it would mean for projects and the wider ecosystem. My reading is a little bit haphazard this morning, jagged, but we sharpen it up.
Rush the race.
Hey, listen, man. Formula One is about to happen. Red Bull is about to dominate this thing. Max Verstappen is starting again from the back of the grid. P15.
Okay. P15? What the hell?
P15. Remember in Hungary, he started in P10.
Yeah.
He took an engine penalty. Okay. But then a bunch of other people took engine penalties as well. And then now it's like he's all the way back in P15. Ferrari is all the way back there. Haas is back there. Alfa Romeo is going to be back there. Okay.
It's going to be a Lewis day, man.
Listen, man. All
Lewis
we need.
Gonna have his final number one this today.
Listen, no, Lewis was 1.8 seconds back in qualifying, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
You could tell, man, his feelings were hurt. When his engineer came on and told him we're 1.8 seconds behind, he was like, 1.8, we can round it up. That's 2 seconds. In Formula One terms, man, you're 1.5 years behind. Or 2 years behind that other person. Listen.
Like it's terrible.
all I need for Red Bull to do is to get it together, because this is what is crazy. The other Red Bull, Sergio Perez, he's starting at the front of the grid. Okay, he's P2. There's a Ferrari ahead of him, Carlos Sainz, but he has the advantage because guess what? On this track, right, Spa, Eau Rouge, as you come up the hill, there is a long straight, man. He's gonna have more than enough time to just, stay behind him and pass him, man. And once he passes him, it's done. Max, on the other hand, he just needs to just be careful, man. Don't get into any incidents. Don't crash the fucking car, my guy. Okay? Get it together. Just take it easy on lap 1. Let things settle down. Then we can hammer down. Anything less than that, and I'll be extremely furious. Anyway, let's carry on here, man. Look, the merge, okay, is supposed to reduce energy consumption. Right, but actually, before we go into that, as we approach the date of Ethereum's merge, right, users have speculated that what it will mean for the project and the wider ecosystem. Some argue that the merge will have little impact on gas fees and believe the transaction speeds might improve. When it comes to transaction speeds, and I think we can just go point by point as we roll through this one, double O. When it comes to transaction speeds, okay, Bitcoin already has some pretty impressive transaction speeds. Look at the Lightning Network, right? How much faster can you get? Right? And do you need to get much faster?
Hey, Mac Moss will always say, what advantage are we getting with this speed? Is this speed really a competitive advantage? I mean, who's complaining that I sent you money and the money got to you in 2 seconds?
Bro, even if you sent me money and it got to me in 5 minutes, man, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
If it got to me in 10 minutes, everything will be... If there's ever a position you find yourself in where you need money in 1 second and 10 minutes will make a massive difference, maybe you need to reevaluate your life.
Yeah.
It does not need to be that way. Life is much better than that. Okay? It does not need to be that way. So, all this speed thing is bullshit. I already said that. Let's just wipe that off the table. But now there's arguments about that these gas fees may not change. I think we'll just wait and see what happens.
I think the developers themselves are saying that. So there's this transition from proof of work to proof of stake, right? And they're also now telling you that you need 32 or so Ethereums to to be a staker.
To be a staker, right? So
Yeah.
let me read this part here because we have it in there. It says the merge will reduce energy consumption and increase security. Right? When they say reducing energy consumption, we're saying that we're moving away from proof of work. The merge is a planned update to the Ethereum network scheduled for September 15th. There we go. It will move transactions validations from proof of work, which is where they say it's killing the environment, to proof of stake. Proof of stake has been part of Ethereum's plans for many years, many years. But the level of technical sophistication it requires has taken time to develop. It means a transition from miners being responsible for validating blocks to the staked owners of ETH. Now, under the proof of stake, under the proof of stake.
Can I jump in there real quick though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because like each one of those sentences, like this is what we do here at STAKK. We want to dig a little bit deeper into what those sentences mean and what they're trying to do. Basically, you're moving an entire economy, kind of like what we have going on with gas power and switching to EVs. There's going to be a major impact to the markets. Like in the markets that we have now, we have some inflationary impacts. How do you switch from proof of work to proof of stake without impacting the economies of Ethereum
that are built around that proof of work system?
The miners that are doing that, the current stakers that are in the space, when everybody now moves into staking, what happens?
That is a very good point. What are the miners going to do with all that equipment?
It's a lot of investment.
Yeah. Seems like a massive waste to me.
And you cannot use a mining rig from Ethereum on a Bitcoin rig. No, it's two different encryptions.
Yeah. And that's the thing, even their mining is quite centralized as well. So not the best of situations there either.
Yeah.
Right.
So people gotta think about that. I think this is gonna be a big mess. I'm just jumping to a conclusion real quick.
It is gonna be a big mess. They said this will have several major significant long-term consequences. First, it will mean a huge reduction in the amount of electricity used by Ethereum. That's for sure.
Which nobody has been talking about. Everybody has been attacking Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, right? While proof of work is highly effective means of validation, it's been shown to use the same amounts of electricity as whole countries. It is very effective. This is why it uses that energy. Mm-hmm. It's not using the energy for nothing.
Fiat uses way more energy than Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Nobody talks about that.
And then say it's highly detrimental to the environment. I think this has already been debunked, man. I mean, come on, man. It just gets tiring at this point. Yeah. Under proof of stake, validators will need listen to this. Validators will need only 32 Ether.
Make it look like, exactly. That's not for everybody. That's not a decentralized solution if you need 32 Ethereum. You know how many people can afford the 32 Ethereums to stake?
People can, right?
So or to be able to be a node, to validate Ethereum transaction.
To be a validator. Right there, you already see that because when we talk about crypto, they always talk about this low barrier of entry, access to finance to everyone. Yeah. Do you know many people who are living in Africa who have 32 ETH just laying around ready to become a validator? You know, this is not the case. South America, where else, man? Anywhere, even in America.
That's about at least $75,000.
Probably more. And now, so that's what it's going to take to be. Meanwhile, you can become a validator on the Bitcoin network by just spending $200. Get yourself a node, and you participate.
Even on your phone, you can run it on your phone. You could be a partial miner. You don't have to be.
You can run a prune node on your phone, I believe. So this is because it decreases the danger of a 51% attack. The switch also means it decreases the danger of a 51% attack.
Actually, I think it increases it because now you're moving to proof of stake.
Bro, if you ask me, I think you've driven the thing right into the 51% attack because guess what, man? Now that only people who have 32 ETH can validate things, you don't need a 51% attack because it's already in control of the people who have the most Ether. But now here's an interesting thing. This actually brings up in my mind. Let me ask you this, Double Up. The consequences, right, for being a bad actor as a validator is that the protocol will slash some of your coins, right? So it means they pretty much just take your freaking Ether and burn some of it because you're taking, actions that are, how would you say? You're taking actions that are deleterious to the system.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this means that if a transaction is happening on the Ethereum network, you must approve it as long as everything is good. But given now that we know that this thing is centrally controlled, let's say you have your Ethereum, your 32 Ethereum on Coinbase, and you're now having all these transactions, and then there is some sketchy thing going on with the government, right? And the government says, because we know Coinbase is also regulated by, the SEC, and so the government says, hey, listen, we need you to censor these transactions over here. Technically, that is in contradiction with what the network is supposed to be doing, right? Yep. It's in contradiction with what the network is supposed to be doing. So they hit up Coinbase and they're like, yo, Coinbase, we see these funds here, they're kind of stolen. Even though they're moving on the network right now, we need you to stop it. If Coinbase was to censor that transaction, Coinbase's Ether will get slashed. But if Coinbase does not censor that transaction, then the government is going to freaking come for them.
Yeah, fine them or something.
So how do they solve that problem?
It's an old Tatarluna situation again, man. People are not looking at the different angles they're using to attack the space. Literally, the fiat systems are they're putting all their weapons out there to attack the system. And if we know what we know, if Ethereum is to win this battle, Ethereum is going to have to be a tool for the fiat system.
Yeah. It has to be. But then it does not work because the way the code is written, if you act as a tool for the fiat system, you will get slashed. So are they willing to lose their Ethereums? Are they willing to lose? Are they willing to keep losing Ethereum because they want to support the fiat system?
Yeah, but it's not like apes in the old apes situation. People will start getting out of the system. All you need is for that exactly to happen. People will start saying, "Oh, I'm not buying any more crypto. I'm getting out of the system," or they start selling all their crypto. And boom, that's what happens. You don't really need the old system to go down. You just need to implement the fear. Kind of like what Jerome Powell did on Friday. Just ran his mouth and screwed the entire market up. That's what they've been doing.
Walking to their graves.
Yep.
Interesting situation. Well, we'll see what happens to this one, Double O. Anything else you want to add in this situation? Because I think that this is the gas fee situation. They should know for sure whether or not it would reduce these gas fees. Is it going to reduce it?
The developers are saying the same thing. It's not going to reduce the gas fees. As a matter of fact, how are you going to make money if you just lost a bunch of money on your own mining rig, and now you gotta be a validator? You gotta make up that expense. I would not be surprised. This is not the first merger or the first migration that went south. That the mining fees didn't go down. I mean, the transaction fees didn't go down. Nothing's going to change, I think. I just think this is a big risk for the entire crypto space because the affiliate of Ethereum, which is majority of the crypto space, is affiliate to all of crypto except Bitcoin.
There you go, man. There you have it. I agree with that. We'll see how this turns out, man. For one, I don't think that these gas fees are going to change. I mean, if you look at the NFT space, it was just like a massive spike and drop.
Yep.
Exactly. So
I mean, NFTs as its market is business case, but the approach they're going at it is it's all these rock pools, man.
It is going to be a lot of rock pools, is what I think.
Bunch of JPEGs. NFTs are not meant to just be JPEGs, man. NFTs are supposed to be actual digital working tools, fixing.
But there is that whole situation as far as like the ownership of the NFTs themselves, right? Which we can do a different video on that one. That is not for this video, right? Yeah. But look, proof of stake, and this proof of stake thing, as much as they're trying to sell it to people as something that is going to be a massive change for the system, or like, I guess, an improvement security-wise, especially, I think we just have to wait and see, because at some point, it's like you can only say so much with this, man. Are they saying that when they switch over to this proof of stake, there will be no more hacks? Because hacking is something that happens on the Ethereum network almost every day.
I mean, it's not the blockchain that is getting hacked. It's all these dApps, all these tokens that are being built on it.
All the things that are built on Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
But that is what the majority of Ethereum is.
Yes.
And that's where the money gets taken.
Yes.
So if Ethereum is going to be switching over to something, that means you have to provide new security for everything else. We don't want to see anything ERC20, which is on Ethereum, needs to benefit from the base layer, right? It's like Bitcoin and Lightning. if Lightning is getting hacked, then you have to fix that problem. Probably at the protocol level itself, on the layer one itself.
Yeah.
But Lightning is so secure because it operates based on how Bitcoin is operating.
Off of the network, but
Exactly.
same
principles.
same rules.
Yeah.
Which is the concern that I have, is that if this migration fails, if everything is
Right.
built on it, how do, like, biggest time to attack a corporation is during
Right.
migrations. So during the specific migration going on right now, all these applications, the apps that are built on Ethereum, how do they migrate? If are they still going to be migrating off the previous policies? How do they all migrate at the same time? The transactions, are they going to match? It's
These are
gonna be a
things we
lot
don't
of-
know. These are things we don't know. What is this going to mean for the system, man?
It's
This
major concern. Like, you be on KuCoin buying AMP for $2, but
Yeah.
on another network it's costing $1.
Look at that. Which, mind you, I'll also say this is the third time that Ethereum is making a change. Remember,
Synchronization was off the last time.
well, there was a bunch of funds stolen, right? Back in what was it?
2 years ago?
No.
20?
This is on the beginning, from the original, because remember, Ethereum was Ethereum Classic,
ETC, yeah.
ETC, right?
Yeah.
Where there was funds stolen, and these guys just decided to rewind the network
Yep.
and did this fork and brought back the funds out of nowhere.
Yep.
Okay. Now here we are again at a point where they have to change everything on the network again. The whole consensus, the validation mechanism. This is not light, So it'll be interesting to see. Let's see what happens here, man. We'd like to know your thoughts, ladies and
I read
gentlemen.
an article about a bunch of bugs that people were finding too, by the way. Just
Oh
saying.
yeah, dude. Have you seen the bugs that are showing up on the Cardano situation? That shit is.
I'm disappointed with Cardano, but I hope they fix it. I have a lot of money, man. I'm trying to soup my car up with Cardano and buy me
Listen.
Cybertruck with that money.
We just need to let this thing run up one time and then you exit, sir.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know what I
out,
mean?
man.
That's all we need. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what are your thoughts on this merge. Okay,
Yeah.
do you think that the gas fees will go away? Do you think that this will make Ethereum more secure? And is the barrier of entry too high for Ethereum
To be
Right?
validated, yeah.
to be a validator? Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that we have some aesthetically pleasing and aerodynamic efficient handles down at the bottom. Please visit us, send us comments. Let us know what you think of these videos. Let us know if there are some topics you would like to see us cover. We'll do our best to cover it. And we'll try to keep it short, because I think the one that we did for Wendy, man, it was overkill. We did a 2-hour, was it a 4-hour video recording on that? And then we started learning the difficulties of doing such a thing. So,
Editing.
yeah.
We're
So
still not done
we're-
publishing it.
Wendy, we have part 1 of that video, but I think we should redo it and just do a very short, concise version of it. Yeah.
we'll do.
Because, dude, we were just going through the whole thing, but we're learning, man. We're new to this YouTube thing, and
Folks
Rumble
want,
soon.
folks want short videos now, and we gotta start doing more shorts too. By the
Yeah,
way,
we need to meet them where they are. We need to run to the middle. So that is what it is. This was an exciting one. Let's go check out this F1 race double up, right?
let's do it.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Brazen out.
Double O out.
Hey.